Have you ever wondered what all of these super powerful celebrities and moguls and billionaires all have in common? From your favorite celebrities to Oprah Winfrey, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and whoever you name. Like, what is it that they all have in common? They all embrace their authenticity. There was a very powerful quote that the Relationship podcast host Kamie Crawford said at the Black Love Summit. And she said that her mom taught her that no one is you and that is your power. And I agree. No one is you and that's your superpower. So for today's episode, I'm going to focus on making sure that I teach you the power of that and how you can embrace that so that you have an unshakable confidence and you're able to attract and get all of the beautiful things that life has to offer you. Are you ready? All right, now let's go. Hey Diva, welcome back to my channel. And I know that's right, with Natasha Night. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Natasha Night. Think of me as your favorite unapologetic diva who's here to help you fill your cup of confidence and inspire you to embrace your most authentic selves, bask in self-love, and harness that divine feminine energy, honey. So if you haven't already joined the Diva family of confident, unapologetic people who live out loud, please make sure that you do so by subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you get a notification every single time I upload a new video. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. All right, did you do it? Good. Now let's get started with the video. So, as we know, some of our favorite artists, they take inspiration from others, right? Whether it's the greats like Michael Jackson or Tina Turner, or the list goes on, right? There's so many amazing artists that were there before the artists that we love today, and they all take inspiration from them. But what is the one thing that they have in common? They add their own special sauce to it, and their special sauce is the superpower that is them, their authenticity. So in life, we have things that we love to do and people that have inspired us, whether they're in our family, they're people that we've seen on TV, they are our pastor, they are our teachers, or the list goes on, right? We have all of these people that we come into contact with or that we see on some level of a platform, and we draw inspiration from them. And we share the same type of talent they have, whether it's painting, whether it's singing, whether it's rapping, whether it's dancing, whatever it is, we share these things, or making clothes, like designing, right? We share these things in common. But how you are going to attract what it is that you need in life is you have to embrace your authenticity. There is no one in this world that is like you. No two people are alike completely to the T. Even if you grow up in the exact same household, you do not share the exact same likes and dislikes. There can be things and similarities that you have, but there's always going to be something about you that's going to be very, very different, right? Even if you're born in the same city, even if you're next door. And that is the beauty, because at the end of the day, we all have our own little twang, our own little sauce, and or Riz. I think that's what the kids say, Riz. We have our own Riz that we can add on to things, okay? Please tell me I'm using that word properly. If I'm not, please. I'm hoping this is not showing my age. But the point is, we all have our own thing that is like our signature. So for me, for example, one thing that my friends know when I'm talking, I'll always be like, period. And I know that's right. And that's me. That's literally me. It's not something that I've gotten from anybody. It's just me. I'm always like, and I know that's right. I hear good news, period. And I know that's right. And so that's my own signature. And no one says it like me. There can be people that try to mimic me, but no one is going to be just like me. No one is going to have the thousands of facial expressions I have as I talk, the thousands of gestures as if I'm doing sign language the whole time, right? And so that's the beauty of it. I have my own way of dancing, my own way of movement. And it's something that I love and it's something that I embrace because I was taught that from my mother. And so I'm so glad to hear that Kamie Crawford, the Relationship podcast host, had that same mother with that fiery energy behind her that stood behind her with everything and let her know that her value is being herself. And so that's the importance, guys. It's like there's going to be things, like I said, that you draw inspiration from, but essentially you are you. There's nobody else on this planet like you. There's nobody else that thinks like you. There's nobody else that's had the experiences that you've had. There's nobody else that has been able to deal with the adversity that you've dealt with and come up with the mindset or the perspective that you've had. There's nobody who has been able to be as resilient as you are in certain things. Yes, everybody has their own level of, resilience and all of that. But all of our experiences are unique. No two are alike. Even two survivors of domestic violence, they have two different experiences. The way that their relationship started will be completely different. One person might have love bombed them. Another one might have made them feel like they had to earn their love to get into a relationship. So no two people are alike, no two experiences are alike. And I think that's the beauty of life, because it shows that we all have our own kind of perspective that we can bring into this world. And so when you embrace who you are, you embody yourself, it just builds this fiery confidence that attracts things, it attracts people to you. Naturally, I'm a people person. So one thing I learned about myself is it turns out I am an ENFJA personality. And for those of you who don't know it, check out the 16 personalities test. But I am what is considered the protagonist, which means I am a person who is very, very intense, as we can already tell. And I'm a person who is a leader. I'm a person who needs to help people. I'm a person who needs to help others feel good about themselves. That is just what drives me. That is literally who I am. And so, because of the fact that I'm like that, it helps a lot with a lot of situations. So, number one, I'm a person who is multifaceted, like most of us are, right? And so I can sing, I can dance, I can write, I can do creative things, right? Like I can do audio engineering, I can do graphic design if I want to. There's so many things that I can do. I can do different arts and craft projects, like anything that I put my mind to that's creative, I can always do. I'm also very, very good at accounting. I'm very good at payroll. I'm good at Excel. I'm good at administration things. There's so many things that I'm good at. And this is not to brag or to my own horn, but it's something that I love and it's something that I embrace. That if there's something that I have an interest in, it doesn't matter what it is, I'm going to excel. One of my weakest subjects was always science. I don't know what it is. It kind of goes in one ear, out the other. And so growing up, I did really well in school. But the subjects I always struggled with was science, because it was just something I was not really interested in. Now, if I really put my mind into it and I was really, really, really into it, I could do it. But is it something that I'm passionate about or really care about too much? No. I'm lucky enough to have enough nurses and doctors in my family, people that are in the medical field, that are able to give me the information that I need without me having to dive deep into it and learn it. And though that might be a lazy way out, I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses. And so when you're embracing yourself, you're embracing what your weaknesses are. And with your weaknesses, you accept it and you build on your strengths. So one of the things that I know is that I have natural tunnel vision, right? And that's from being an ENFJ personality. So I naturally am the person that's going to fight for other people. I'm the person that's going to be really, really good at organization. I'm the person that is going to know how to make others feel good about themselves, because that is how I feel best about myself. I'm not a person that feels good tearing people down. I naturally want to be like, period. And I know that's right. Like, that's who I am. Like, I am always happy to hear good news with people. It doesn't mean that in the past I haven't lived in a history book and dwelled and ruminated on the past, but definitely through my healing journey, I have completely gotten to the point of acceptance for the good and the bad in life. And I'm a person who looks at my glass as half full. So, not half empty, half full, which means that there's always something else that I can fill it with, and that's the beauty. So when you embrace yourself, when you take yourself with all your flaws and everything, and you understand that, damn, I'm good at this. Okay. Let me see if I could kind of pick up more on it. Whether that's comedic relief, you want to be a comedian. There's so many different avenues, right? It doesn't have to be singing, dancing, and sports, right? That's just the main things that people think about. But there's like technology things. There's so many different avenues that you can take it. You want to be a host of a TV show or a radio show or talk shows, whatever it is, right? You just have to hone in on your strengths. So you have to understand your weaknesses so that if somebody brings it to your attention, you're not boohoo crying in the corner. You're like, yeah, I know that this is something that I can work on, but this is what I have to offer. And when you take yourself and you understand, like, this is my dream, these are the things that I want to do, these are the things that I'm very good at, and I am constantly learning and constantly honing in and making sure that I excel and that I better myself in these areas and I'm constantly improving. When you go out in the world and you exude that level of confidence, people are naturally attracted to you. And that's why people are normally attracted to me. Doesn't mean that I don't get energy vampires from time to time. But the difference is definitely where I am in life with my healing journey, thanks to therapy and life experiences. I can see that these people are energy vampires and I clip them away quick, fast, and in a motherfucking hurry. Because one thing about me, you could play with your mama, you could play with your kitty, you're not about to play with me, okay? So that's where I'm at now. And that's thanks to my life experiences. But back to what I was saying. When you embrace yourself, when you see yourself for who you are and all the beauty that you have to offer this world, and you believe it and you go outside like that, ain't nobody gonna tell you nothing. People are going to believe you because you show up and you're like, hi, my name's Natasha. I have my own channel. I am a good orator, blah, 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 blah. When you have this list of things, it may come off as braggadocious, but when you know your shit, like when you know who you are as a person and you embrace every little thing about you, every flaw, every piece of perfection that you have, nobody can tell you anything. And that is what every single billionaire, every single celebrity that you see, mogul, anybody, that's what they all have. They all have this unshakable confidence because they understood the assignment. They understood that I am the assignment. At the end of the day, what nobody else can bring to the table is me. I bring me to the table. And when you have that confidence and you have that mindset, it allows doors to be open for you because you enter rooms with your head held high and a smile on your face and this confidence that demands respect. It demands attention. Everyone's looking at you and they're like, who is this? And that's what you want. Okay. So that is why understanding that no one is you and that's your superpower is going to get you to where you need to be in life. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, honey. We are not shy around here, okay? And make sure that you like this video and leave a comment on what you thought was interesting or moments that you are going to use to embrace your authentic self. So remember, divas, loving yourself first is your first secret to happiness. So be your own reason to smile. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, divas.